Welcome everyone, welcome to my live. This is Life with Jenny Lee, and we have a old Hollywood makeup look coming up today, so I'm pretty excited about that. Get my hair up, and I've even included the headband that I have. So if you guys need a good headband to hold your hair out of your face while you're doing your makeup, I included a couple there. It is a set. We got pink and this beige right here. I think there's actually other colors if you look through there too. So they're just really cute. It's like a microfiber towel material. So if it gets wet, it's no big deal. It dries really fast, and also they're easy to wash. Whenever I do get a lot of makeup on them, throw them in the wash, get them out, and they're still just as stretchy and usable and fashionable. Because look, I'm using them during a live. So now let's get into the first thing that I'm going to do. And I don't know how this is actually going to go. But first, let's get some housekeeping. Hi, I am Life with Jenny Lee, guys. And this is Life with Jenny Lee. And we are going to be doing an old Hollywood makeup look. I probably should have turned the heat off, but oh well, it's too late now. But we're going to be starting with teeth whitening, because I can actually do my teeth whitening while I'm doing my makeup. It might not be as easy since I'm going to be talking, so we'll find out about that. But at least gives you the idea of how easy it is to do it when you're doing it yourself. Now, if you have any questions or just want to say hi throughout the live, feel free to drop that down there in the comments, guys. I got bad allergies and a lot of congestion going on. So now we're going to go on to one of my favorite whitening strips right here, because they're just super easy to use. Sandy! You can put them right on. I think you just leave them on for like 20 minutes. I can't even remember how long I leave them on right now. And then you could go on, do your makeup and everything. I could throw a couple of these in my purse whenever I travel. Yeah, 30 minutes. So that's probably what it will take me to actually do my makeup. So we'll see. Now I'm going to get Sandy! Try to see where my dog's at, guys. She keeps trying to sneak into the kitchen. Sandy! 1, 2. Okay, well, she must be, oh, there she is. She was in the bed. Okay, so if she wasn't, I'm sorry, my bad. She wasn't in the kitchen, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. I didn't know you was sleeping. She's giving me a dirty look, guys. Get ready to whiten my teeth. Yeah. Okay. She's just staring at me. She's super mad. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, guys, so you guys can see how it goes on. Again, you leave it on for 30 minutes. I do this while I'm doing my makeup a lot of times. We got the top and the bottom here. So let's get, I should actually dry it first. That's ideal, guys. Okay. Okay, now I got the top one on, and I actually can talk pretty fine, so I think we'll be fine. Well, I didn't get that one dried off enough. Okay, there we go. I think I can still talk at least decent, guys. So we'll be whitening them teeth. And then, like, if I have somewhere to go or I'm doing something, I'll use them for like a week before that event and just really get my teeth popping before I go to do like a photo shoot or something like that. So just showing you how I use them, guys. Got one on the top and one on the bottom. Now, let's start getting into some skin prep. This is the actual skin prep I do before my makeup, guys, because if you want your makeup to go on good, you want to have your skin looking good. So that's what we're going to actually be starting with today, and I'm going to be using my new toning pads right here. These are by J-I-J-U. And actually what I do is cut them in half. I cut a few, and then now I'm to the whole ones again. So we'll be using a whole one. But these bad boys are not just toning, they also have skincare in them. We've got snail mucin, niacinamide, so it's going to be brightening, hydrating, and even anti-aging. And if you guys didn't know it, I'm 50 years old. So I'm all about anything that's anti-aging, or will be 50 years old in next month. So let's go ahead and tone the face, guys. And I just go, and then because these are nice little pads, if I have any makeup on from yesterday, I could take that off easily. But look at that. My makeup remover, which you can look out for a video of that one. I'm actually probably going to be featuring it next weekend, because it really gets all that makeup off. I didn't have nothing left on that little toning pad today. Now I think you get 100 in here. Yeah, 100. But again, what I do is cut these up into halves. You know, you just cut it. And sometimes even fourths, because you got a lot of product on here. You really don't need, you know, the whole thing. Because look, now there's a whole lot of product just left on here that I'm not going to be using. See, that's usually how I cut them into like halves like that. And you just get a little bit longer use out of them. It's like having 200, maybe even 400 if you cut them in quarters, guys. And again, they are my favorite toner for skin prep in the morning or when I'm doing my makeup, because they have skincare in them. It quickly absorbs. It's fast acting to actually brighten and everything. So, and it tones. Now we're going to get into another toner. That's right, another toner, because this toner is more like a liquid lotion, if you ask me. That's right, Karen. You know this is my favorite. And welcome, user 314. But it is a milky pink, guys, that has hyaluronic acid and ceramide to really help boost the hydration. And because it is like a toner, I guess, it's still more like a lotion to me. It's going to hydrate, and it goes on really, really lightweight, quickly absorbs. So again, a really fun part of the skin prep for makeup, because again, I'm not going to have a lot weighing my face down when I actually go to do my makeup. Another thing I really love about this, it also brightens. So we get a little bit of brightening so that I have radiant skin when I put my makeup on, because if I have a radiant skin when I put it on, it's going to radiate through that makeup as well. So let's keep that in mind. Now we're going into the last of the skincares. And I probably should have done the eye patches first, but we're not going to do the eye patches for very long, because I'll just be sitting here if I do. But here we go in with my Aqua Bomb Morning Moisturizer. And what I love about this one, it's got a nice refreshing scent to start my day. But it is like a gel moisturizer. So again, it's really great for skin prep, making my makeup really go on smooth and even, and it plumps my skin so then my wrinkles aren't as noticeable. Oh, my allergies have been bad, and I just put that all over my whole face, guys, just like so. And I even use this as a primer sometimes. We will not be using it as a primer today, but it actually does make a great primer, because it smooths out that skin, it plumps, and it just leaves it like a little sticky, I guess you could say, for the makeup, because it's dry, but still comes somehow sticky. But anyway, I love it, guys, as part of my morning skin prep before my makeup. Now we're going to do a little bit of eye care. But what I should have done was switched these two out, because I got to go in with the Belif first. It's just how it works, because the Belif, now I'm not even sure where I even put the Belif at, guys. And I kind of needed the Belif. Let's see if we put it over here. And that's the one I should have done first. And now I'm going to be thrown off. I'm thinking I put the Belif over there, and I will go check real quick, like, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Nope, so it's got to be around here somewhere, guys. My Belif. Oh my goodness, I'm knocking everything down. Literally. I should have had that. Oh, I think I know where it's at, but I should have had it out and ready, guys. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay, I think I know where it's at, though. I could have been putting those eye patches on while I was waiting. So let's go ahead and put the eye patches on while I look for the other one. Now, I actually have the variety pack down there, guys. I got the caffeine one highlighted because that's what I'm going to be using today. But you can, of course, get the multi-pack if you want. But the multi-pack has the hyaluronic acid ones in it, the gold patches, aloe, and then, of course, the one that I'm actually going to be using, which is the caffeine. And one... Yes, Karen, I'm getting ready to get them on. I know, I should have been more prepared. And welcome, user 415. Now, what I'm going to do is take these patches out because this caffeine helps really wake your eyes up, guys. I'm always using a caffeine under eye something before my makeup, guys, even when I'm not wearing makeup sometimes, if I'm going somewhere, because it helps instantly actually wake up your eyes. That caffeine will constrict, wake up those eyes, and it also helps with fine lines and wrinkles instantly and temporarily. You know, anything for the caffeine is temporary. This isn't going to be permanent. But it really helps, you know, in the morning when you're still trying to wake your eyes up. And then I'll also put caffeine around my lips because that it constrict and again, kind of open up your mouth, believe it or not. And now these patches I usually leave on for about 15 minutes, guys. But I also want to say that usually I put the Belif on before the patches so that it can soak on there. So I kind of put them in an order, so that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to take a little bit of this Belif. And even the applicator is going to help have a cooling effect, which then helps open up your eyes. And then I'm going to put the patch on top. So again, we really get an eye awakening effect over here on this side. And put this all the way around. Now this roller right here, it's not really a roller, but eye cream, eye gel. It doesn't just have caffeine, it actually has niacinamide in it. So it helps brighten and wake up your eyes. Now the ceramide isn't going to be, or the niacinamide isn't going to work instantly like the caffeine. But consistent use is going to help brighten the area. Therefore, your dark circles will look less. And then, as I mentioned, I put caffeine around my lips, not necessarily on them. 2 reasons. One, I'm almost 50, so it helps with the fine lines and wrinkles around my lips instantly. Again, temporarily, but instantly. And then the caffeine also, whenever it constricts, it opens up your lips a little bit and gives them a fuller appearance. And I think I actually even forgot to even put my lip plumpers in there today. But oh well, I guess we just won't be using any lip plumpers. Just the caffeine, or I'm going to put it on a little bit. I should have added it in there. Okay. This will help plump my lips a little bit. It will be on... It's not on during this live, but it is in my idea list, guys. If you did want the plumper that I'm using, it will be under as seen in my lives or my beauty finds. My favorite beauty finds. One of those ones, maybe both of them, it will have that lip plumper if you want that, guys. Okay, now we're going to go on to a little bit of skincare. Skin priming. Because that's how I use this Belif. Oh my gosh, guys. All these weather changes and everything are getting to me. And if you're just tuning in, welcome. Welcome user 3, user 4, user 5. I always have a hair hanging down on my face that I can't see because I'm almost blind. Not really. My sight is getting worse. It used to be like better than perfect, so better than 2020. And now, I don't know, it's definitely... aged. It's definitely not perfect, and it irritates the crap out of me because that's what I'm used to. Okay, now we're going to be going in with the Belif brightening drops. And this here has vitamin C, niacinamide in it. What else do we got? PHA. And it also blurs, so it's actually great as a primer by itself. So it's like multitasking, not only skincare, but you can use it as a primer. We're going to kind of be using it as a primer, but I'm going to use other primers over it because I really want to blur the skin for an old Hollywood look. Because their makeup wasn't about a whole bunch of makeup like I am. And their makeup was more about, you know, contrasting colors so that if it was a black and white film, you know, you had that contrast. And more about, you know, the skin. They didn't wear a lot of makeup. So we're really going to get some blurring and some brightening because this is skincare. So just put this all over my face, guys. And now we're going to actually prime it. This is one of my favorite steps. Sometimes I even mix it with the primer, but we're actually going to be mixing. And you guys know I had the whitening strips on, so sometimes a little bit hard to talk. I'm going to be mixing the primer with Lumi because, again, I really want to have a glow, but not be a crystal ball. So we're going to go in with actually the e.l.f. Illuminating Primer. Put a little bit of that in my hand, and this is going to help blur. Also is a little bit of radiance or glow to it. Then we're going to go in with Lumi Glotion right here. I think I have one of the medium shades. Mix a little bit of it in here. You don't even need a lot. And then I actually will mix these two like so. And this is to prime my face, guys. To prime my face. Now we have a primer on. And I just realized I forgot to add my beauty sponges. But they are going to be available too. Again, you'll probably have to just go to my idea list. But we're going to take Evian Glow Facial Mist. And this is like a mineralized water that actually has a little bit of a glow as well. And we're going to actually use it to dampen our beauty blender. Now again, this is a Beaky beauty blender that I forgot to tag. But again, if you look on one of my carousels or idea list, you should find it. And then once we get this all nice and damp, we can actually just set that aside until I get the foundation on. But what I was going to say, because I may forget to get back to it, guys, I also will set my makeup with this facial spray. So this is going to be one of the first and last steps to the makeup. Okay, so I don't know why I put these two out of order. But we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Concealer. And then I'll do the Born This Way. And actually the Born This Way, I don't know. I have these out of order, guys. And I don't know how to fix it when I'm live. So we're just going to be going a little bit out of order. But anyway, I'm going to take this e.l.f. Camo or putty powder, not putty powder, but putty color corrector on my eyes. And what I love about this, I use this one almost every day right now. It's been my favorite, is that I can just apply it with my fingers. And it just melts into the skin. And if I'm not mistaken, it even has some skincare in it too that helps hydrate around your eyes. And now you can see the difference between this eye and this. And it's very natural. You look at that, you probably can't even tell I even put anything on my eye. Aside from, it does look better. And it's not a whole lot of color. Like I could have used the color corrector that's in like a lipstick thing. But that one is really bright orange, and sometimes that's just a little much. The Clinique foundation that we're going to be using today isn't a full coverage foundation, and I don't want like orange popping through. I just want to tone down these dark circles so when I put it on, it'll look a lot better. You see that? Look at that. So this has been one of my favorite color correcting concealers. I don't know, ever since I got it. So it's been quite a while. And you know what? I tagged my sunglasses and just realized I don't have them out either. But you can see them in the picture. So if you like them, you can see them in the picture. The picture actually to the title, the thumbnail to this, guys. Now we're going to go in with foundation. We are going in with Clinique foundation, guys. Again, I'll be blending it out with that beauty blender that we just dampened with Evian water. Shake this up. Shake, 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 shake. You know I like to shake it, Karen. And welcome user 7, user 8, and user 9. How are you guys today? Even Karen's kind of quiet today. She's not been talking down in the chat as much as she usually does. Karen, I love your little inputs. So hopefully we'll hear a little bit more from you here coming up. So I'm going to put a little bit of, well, not a little bit. That's probably a little bit more than a little bit. That's probably a little bit more what I need of the Clinique. What is this? Even better. I wanted to say it's better than skin, but it's even better concealer, guys. And it is like a light to medium coverage foundation. And I'm going to put a little bit of the Lumi in there because, again, I really want to glow without being a crystal ball. But what I love about this foundation is it's very lightweight. It's a very natural finish, and especially for mature baddies like me, sometimes we don't want like all that full coverage. You guys know I do love the Estee Lauder double wear, so I do love some full coverage, but not every day. And we're going for an old Hollywood makeup. They didn't usually wear super thick makeup, believe it or not. So we're going in for a more natural makeup look today than normally I do. And this is actually great for every single day. You see how I'm getting that blended out. My skin is even. It looks very natural. My own skin is skinning through. You can kind of see my skin glowing. You see that? I know you guys see that. Yeah, I know, Karen. That is pretty. Thank you. And again, I think as far as the shade, I have shade 03. 03. So that's the shade that I use. And you can see this one really matches my skin tone nicely. And as I mentioned, I definitely did put way too much down. I didn't need nearly that much. I don't know why I did that. But it blended out super nicely. My skin looks very natural. And we're not even done because now we're going to set it, guys. Now we're going to set it. Now this is one of my favorite setting powders. Especially, oh wait, we got to go in with concealer. Too Faced. Almost forgot. Now, I have this Too Faced in a very, very, very light shade on purpose because as you've seen, I used a color corrector under my eyes. I am almost 50, guys, for real, next month. So if I take a light concealer and just put that under my eyes, it's going to make my eyes look worse. And my eyes actually look pretty good right now, if I do say so myself. So what I'm going to do with the Too Faced Better Than Concealer, and you can actually use this even as foundation if you wanted to, is I'm going to show you how you can give yourself a lift, especially if you're my age. But you're going to take the concealer, and it's got to be lighter, and we're going to put it on spots that we want to highlight. So the chin, the eyes, and then you want to put a little bit right above your brow, where your brow would arch. Okay, and again, I got this in probably the lightest shade they have, a marshmallow. Say that's definitely going to be pretty light. And then I'm going to take that same beauty blender. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. This is a great idea, especially with the way we use the caffeine to help plump the lips. And then we'll use this to actually highlight. We're going to have a lot of years taken off just by doing these couple of steps. Now you see how that's instantly already highlighting. I already am looking younger and more awake and lifted. And then we'll blend this side out. And again, you just go from your eye up, guys. Just like so. And you can see I did not go down here. Sometimes I might go a little bit on my cheeks, especially for today's look. But I'm not going under my eyes. I used a color corrector under there, guys, for a reason. Because that's how I fix my dark circles. And I don't want to go in with a light color. And you see, now I'm lifted. Now I'm radiating. And now we're going to go in with a setting powder, guys. I'm going in with one of my favorite ones to actually bake with. We are probably not going to, maybe we will. Maybe we will actually bake a little bit for this. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of my new powder puffs that I just got. And we're going to put some of this on here like flour, guys, to actually bake. And then I'm going to brush it off here in a minute. And this one is really, really great because it's a lightweight, it's translucent, and again, it's really finely milled. So it's lashes. I don't know why I put it in this particular stage. I don't think I ordered everything, like, you know, in order the right way. I got things skipping around today. I usually don't do that. I'm usually a bit better. But this one at least isn't going to throw me off if I go ahead and do this in this one. Just remember that I actually did curl these when I go to the mascara, guys, because a lot of us will forget. Because I have bored straight lashes. They stick straight out. They don't like the curl, and they're blonde. So you can't see them. Like in summer, sometimes I even dye them. And then all I have to do is curl them, and I don't always have to wear mascara, especially if I'm going to be swimming or something. And at least you'll be able to see them. But this is how I curl them. I use this comb eyelash curler. Get them up in there and then just give them a few pumps. And I don't know, if I just hold it, they don't curl. I have to kind of pump it like this to get my curls to actually stay and curl. But when I do it like that, it definitely works and stays. Aside from this eyelash, I don't know. This is new. I don't know if some of my lashes broke off or what. But this side has not been wanting to curl at all. But we'll see how it looks whenever I get the mascara on. But that's pretty much what I do when I get to, then the mascara is one of my last steps. And I have to curl before I do my eyeliner because I always smear it when I put it on over it. Well, I really got this out of order today, don't I? Yeah, because now I've got putting on my mascara now. And why do okay, we're not going to be doing Buxom mascara. I don't even know, honestly, why I added that one, guys. I don't think I even have it out to even show it to you today. I don't know, maybe I was half asleep when I scheduled some of this. I don't know what I was thinking. I've got the curl one out. That was the one I thought I was using. Yeah, so I don't know why I have Buxom in there, guys. I do have Buxom mascara, but I don't have it out. I'm thinking, like, I don't even know where it would be. No, let me see. Found it. So we're probably not going to be using two mascaras, but we'll go ahead and use the Buxom since I did find it and put it in there. Maybe I had a reason for doing that. But we're going to go in with the Buxom Lash Volumizing Mascara. I personally do love the brush to this one. You see it's kind of like curved on the inside. I think it's really skinny on these outs, which really helps get my inner and outer lashes. And it doesn't seem to clump. It helps to lengthen and thicken my lashes. I guess that was the word I'm looking for. Again, I'm going out of order for me. But I think it's going to work out okay. I don't think I have to exactly go in the order that I normally do. So, and as you guys can see, I am getting some nice long, thick lashes here with this. And we're technically, I think, still just on one coat. I got it on my face. See that? Okay, now let's get this off my nose. Maybe having all this makeup bacon on, my goodness, look at that, I got mascara everywhere. Maybe having all that makeup bacon on there is going to help me from making even a bigger mess. Because that should come off my nose a lot easier because of that. I don't know that it is. Okay, there we go. So that is the mascara. Now we're going to go in with some eyeliner. We're going to be using one by Paliotto. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. But am I sure? No. Am I sure? No. That's the Grinch, guys. The Grinch from Universal. I think his name is actually Daryl. He's hilarious. If you guys haven't seen him, you have to see him. He's hilarious. Okay, I'm trying to find it again. As I told you guys earlier, I didn't organize very well for this. In hindsight, I definitely should have, but I didn't. I know, Karen, I was very bad of me. I've had it scheduled for a while, so I don't even know. Time just got past me, and I don't know what happened. And I just forgot, you know, this is what happens. But this is going to be even longer time that I get to keep my whitening strips on. And I'm getting to talk better the longer they're actually on. In case you guys didn't know, yep, I got my whitening strips on. Now we're going to go in with this eyeliner here by Paliotto. And we're going to make just a little bit of a wing. Normally I do the eyeshadow first. So we'll probably be going back in for another wing. Here in a minute, so that's this one. So this is just an eyeshadow, and then they had their eyebrows pretty skinny back in the days for old Hollywood. So I'm just going to make a really, really skinny little brow here, guys, with a little bit of an arch. And my own brows are not even this skinny. But this is how skinny, you see, there's my own brow. But I'm not really going to groom my own brows that much because I'm just going to let the eyeshadow kind of brush them up. Just like so. Okay. Just so that we have a little bit of a brow. Because they did have little skinny brows back in old Hollywood times. Okay, guys, now we're going to do this eyeshadow. And I know you're probably wondering, why do you have a contour palette highlighted if you're going to be doing eyeshadow? That's because that's what I'm actually going to be using as the eyeshadow. So what we're going to do now is, again, jump around a little bit. Go in with my Wet and Wild white eye primer, guys. And I am going to go ahead, well, it's actually the white eye crayon. It's not, and that's not technically an eye primer, just so that you guys know. And you can actually get these crayons in a lot of different colors. And it's really just an eye crayon. I don't really know how else to explain it. But I use it as an eye primer. So I'm going to actually use it down below my eyes, guys, and then over that bottom lid. And one is going to help the eyeshadow stick, even though I am using contour for eyeshadow. But it's also going to make it a lot lighter. But now, just like so. And then now back to this contour palette, guys. Okay, this is a contour palette. And yes, I am going to be using it for eyeshadow. Because again, if you think about how Marilyn Monroe's makeup was, for example, it was pretty plain. She had like a little wing. She put a little shadow there. And that was pretty much it. She probably had a little bit of shadow in the crease, but a very light one that made it look very natural. So we're just taking the light shade, the light matte shade to start. And I'm putting it all over the bottom lid, guys. And even here, right underneath my brow. You see? Now we have... Now I'm not going to go putting it all under my eye, so that's just going to be just a crayon. And now we're going to do this one. And again, yes, I do use my fingers, even when I'm not on camera. Because this is really powdery. It's really soft. It's super smooth. So I just use my fingers. I feel like that really gets it blended out the best. And then a little bit under that brow. Okay. Now, I am not done with this palette, nor this look. So now I'm just going to take a brush, a fluffier brush, and we're going to go in with this darker contour shade right here. And we're going to pop that right here in the crease, guys. Because that is going to make a very natural shadow. See? And it looks more like it's just my own eye, like a contouring of my eye, which is pretty much how Marilyn Monroe and all of them had it. And then I put like a little bit right here, because she put some right there, Marilyn Monroe did, as to make it look like her eyelashes were so long, they were leaving a shadow. Now, we're going to take that same blending brush that I just had, and now just blend everything so it's not so harsh. But down. And we already got mascara on. We may put some more on since I have it in there. We'll see. And then what I'm going to do, guys, is now take that shimmery shade. And we're going to pop that right there in the crease to make it pop even more. And then maybe drag it just a little bit right here on top. Maybe a little bit right here, but just a little bit. Because again, we don't want our eyes to be super shimmery. Now I'm actually going to contour a little bit with it. So now we'll take this darker shade. And I'm going to contour up here. Because this will make my hairline look a little bit more even. You see that? And just kind of contour up here. And then we're going to snatch this nose. So now take a little bit and bring it down my nose here. And then the chin to really snatch the face, guys. And again, to create that dimension if we were going to be in a black and white, movie or something. I'm not going to be. But my photos, actually, from the photo shoot, are in black and white. So, there you go. If I didn't do it like this, maybe I wouldn't have had as much contour to my face for that. Okay. Now, I'm going to actually highlight with that light one, guys. And I don't know why I scream when I talk, but I do, so... I'm sorry. It's just how I am, guys. I don't have my highlighting brush. I have a brush for everything, guys. I'm really weird. So we're going to now take the light matte one. You could actually use your fingers on your nose if you wanted to. And we're going to just highlight with it. See, just everywhere that we kind of used the board this way. And then I'm going to take the shimmery one and go over the matte one. So that it's got a little bit of shimmer, not a whole lot. And then the blending brush to just kind of blend everything through. Ba-dow. And now the eyes are pretty much done. But I'm going to go back to that eyeliner again, guys. Because I probably covered some of it with eyeshadow. Actually, I didn't do too bad. Okay. Okay, so I'm just making my wing here a little bit more noticeable. Okay, now that I have my wing, I'm not really quite done with the eyeshadow yet. I mean the eyeliner. Eyeliner is the word I was looking for. Okay, I'm trying to find a really skinny brush here. Okay, this one will do. We're going to take this little skinny brush right here, guys. Now we're going to go in with the contour palette, but for this one here, I'll tell you what would really work is like a gray eyeshadow or something. And we're just going to kind of put that contour on top of the eyeliner and right down here on my lid to give it like a little, again, it's a shadow is more what we're trying to create here. Not so much eyeshadow, I mean not so much eyeliner, but we're trying to create a shadow with it. Okay. Okay, so I think that ends up looking, look at that. That little bit just really woke my eyes up. Now we're going to go in with a lip plumper, guys. We're going to be using one by Too Faced. Got a lot of Too Faced in here. We're going to go in with the Lip Injection Lip Plumper. Now you can use this over your lips too, which we will be. But we're going to put a little bit down before. And it's like a lip gloss lip plumper. I looked at my teeth and I thought I saw something chipping. I forgot I had, I forgot for a second, guys, that I had the whitening strips on. Now, I'm going to put this down before. This is to kind of, again, help plump them. And you can, and then it also shows you what it looks like without lipstick. But I'm actually going to be putting it over my lipstick here in just a second. Here we go. I'll highlight my finishing brush that I've been using to actually blend everything with, guys. Now we're going to go in and line my lips because the lips are another big part of this look, guys, because they rocked red lipstick back then. So what I'm going to do so that I have a little bit of a line to know where I'm going, we're going to go in with one by Stila. And this is a lip stain. Now, the lipstick I'm going to be using is a long-lasting lipstick, and it actually stays on great all day. But this will help create, again, another little shadow that makes your lips look a little bit fuller. I got to wipe off some of that skin injection now. Okay. Powder that down. And it helps me to overline my lips. Now this is again a calligraphy lip stain liner, and you can see it gets really skinny to really get you a fine line. I didn't use the skinny part as much this time. But see, if you wanted to make a really fine line, you could. And a lot of times I do, but since today, I'm just going to be filling this in. You won't even see this liner much. It's more so I have a guide to actually fill in with this long-lasting lipstick. But I do love this, and what I would do a lot of times is then take that Born This Way concealer, yes, concealer, and actually put it on my lips, and then I have a lip look. Oh, I did have something for my eyebrows down there, didn't I? Okay, and then we did the white because you see me use it for my eyes, guys. I guess I did put my new brow thing in here. That's why I didn't do them. Or why I didn't have it in there earlier. But anyway, here it is. Now, I did put some eyeshadow on there. But we have this brush right here that is actually dual-ended. One end has a whole bunch of bristles, which is what I was actually going to do for today's look and just forgot. And see, you get a very natural brow with all these. And you can actually shape with this side. But this is actually even good to use over eyeshadow because the eyeshadow can act as a guide, like my lip liner. And then you just put real natural little hairs in there. You can see how natural that looks. And then take this little side and just really, you know, put a little bit more hairs, little hairs coming up maybe. And then that'll make it look natural. You see that? I'll just put little random hairs coming up. And then it looks natural. And this is also great for travel because I can fit it in my purse, in my travel bag, or what have you. And then I take ColourPop highlighter, guys. This is one of the Super Shock ones. You can see I am almost out. And I'm going to just highlight a little bit more some of those areas, like my lip, my chin. Blend it out. We'll take this bigger brush right here. And this, I could make this even more Super Shocky by adding that Evian water to it. But I actually don't want my highlight to be too much. What is that? A mascara? But I don't want it to be super shiny, guys, and not for an old Hollywood look. I just want a little bit of a glow. So we just put, again, just that little bit on there. And then now we need some cheek color. And I'm going to grab my cheek color. I think maybe we might get cheek color. I had it right over here. It's my fault. It's my fault. Guys. I don't even know what to tell you guys. My brain has been so scattered. I'm sure it's not because of everything going on in the world or anything like that. But it has been super scattered, making me more ill-prepared than normal. So, I'm just thinking of where all could I have possibly put this cheek collar, guys. Because this is cheek collar we're going in with. That you could actually even use on your lips. You know, I could have even dropped it, to be honest with you. Because I have dropped quite a few things today. Oh, my gosh, guys. Let's see. I'm going to look here just a little bit harder. Okay, definitely not there. Let's see if I put it in here, guys. I don't remember putting it in this part, but I didn't remember putting a lot of things on this part that I obviously did. Nope, I just had it. I just used it. I don't know where it could have gone. We may just end up skipping it, guys. Because I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where I flip and put it at. It was right here. This is where I always keep it, over here on this side. And this one, that's why I didn't even look for it. It's just never moved. It's always right here. Okay. So I'm going to look. No, I'm not even going to look anymore because obviously I've misplaced it, guys. As I keep looking, I know. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to skip blush. We're going to go right to the lips, guys. Right to the lips. It's really bothering me because that's the one I really wanted for this look because it's matte. It goes on and blends easy and natural. I bet you I knocked it down somewhere because I know I've knocked down quite a few things today. Okay. All right. I'll probably find it as soon as I end the live. Make sure I didn't put it over here anywhere. No. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the red lipstick because, again, this is one of the things that really makes this look. We're going to use a long-lasting one here that's really a deep red right here. And this brand, they have lots of different colors and several different red shades. Now, remember, I lined the lips. I'll get real quiet because I don't want to mess it up. And you see how I just followed the line. Now we have beautifully red lips. And I'm telling you, this lasts all day. I've never had it not last. Every time I've ever used it, it is on at the end of the day. Seriously, whenever I go to take my makeup off, I've got to take off all that red lipstick as well. Okay, now I put in another mascara because I didn't realize I had the other one already in there. Again, I really don't even know what I was thinking whenever I scheduled some of this stuff in here. I don't know. Now that one, the blush, I always have out, so I can't even imagine where it went. I never put it up. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this mascara over the mascara that I already have, guys. And you can see this one here will lengthen it even more, thicken it even more, and it'll help it hold its curl. But now, now I do need blush, guys. Like I said, I don't know where it went to, but for this look, you definitely do want a blush. So I'm just going to put on a nice natural one that was similar. I think. Maybe I won't. I'll just do the blush after the video. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't even have the lashes are put up too, I think. So I used a Silly George, guys. I used a Silly George when I did this at the makeup shoot. And I don't know where I put the lashes at, because I took them with me and put them on while I was there. But what I do love about these ones here, they already have glue on. So all you have to do is just pop them under your own lashes and just do a little bit in the corner right there. And then the glasses, the sunglasses as well, I got them put up, but they're in the thumbnail. They just kind of complete the look. But as you can see, I already pretty much have the look completed. I at least contoured, so you don't really need a whole lot of blush or anything like that. And yep, this is the look, guys. So now I'm going to go make some videos and stuff with the look again today. And I'll see you guys later. Woo!